I don't go for foreign films too much, but this one, it was like, okay, normally when I watch a movie, I do it for enjoyment. That's what most people do, right? I just sit and enjoy the film. So that means that I watch films that I want to enjoy. It means that I only watch films that I would enjoy. And if I'm not enjoying, I stop. So today, something different happened. It's really kind of funny because I went to the library and I saw this film, and actually I picked it up a couple of times when I was over there, and then I thought, nah, I don't want to watch that. So I thought to myself, well, I'm not going to enjoy that. So I didn't check it out. But then today, for some reason, I picked it up a couple of times last time I was there, and then I took it in my hand and I said, okay, now I'll take this home. So I brought it with me, and then I was thinking today just to take it back to the library without even watching it, because I have this feeling I'm not going to enjoy this film, so why watch it? So I pretty much knew I wasn't going to enjoy this Japanese film. And I was right. I did not enjoy it, but I did watch it. Because I got the prompting to just watch this movie. Then I said to myself, well, okay, this might be useful for something, interesting. Because really, I want to know what's going on in Earth consciousness. So, watched the movie and didn't enjoy it. Thought it was really kind of stupid. But then I started to see something. This is really interesting. When you do things for other reasons than enjoyment. I watched the movie with a sense of duty. Isn't that weird? You watch a movie with a sense of duty. But I said to myself, okay, this is like my job right now, is to look at these films, feel in Earth consciousness, and report about what you see on the internet. So that's what I did. So the movie is called Bootleg Movie or Bootleg Film, I think, and it's I'm thinking it's a young director. It was made in 1999. Now I'm going to get his name probably wrong. Matsuhiro or Matsuhito Kobayashi. Something like this. And it kind of reminded me a bit of Jim Jarmusch, black and white, road movie. And just when I was riding my cycle back from my meeting with the cast of the play that I'm going to be in, I thought, wow, that's an interesting thing that this guy did in this movie, because what he did was he put a good guy and a bad guy as best friends together in a car. So one man is Yakuza, which is a Japanese mafia, and the other guy's a cop, and they're best friends, sort of supposedly. And the film is kind of absurd, supposedly absurd, but I was watching it from a different perspective. I was watching it from the perspective of there is no such thing as good and there is no such thing as evil. I was looking at it from this perspective while I was watching it and noticing the difference in what was going on in my head while I was watching it from that perspective. So there are murders that take place in the movie, but it's kind of like, the Gary Larson ketchup character, the ketchup bottle. It's not real ketchup. Don't worry, Joey, it's not real ketchup. I was looking at it like, okay, these are actors. This is what's going on. But if you look at life in the same way, things also become different. Now, why do we go to movies? We go to movies to get our jollies up. We go to movies to feel something, to feel fear, to feel romance, to feel anger, to feel hatred, to feel attraction, to feel repulsion. We go to feel all these things, and how do we do it? We do it vicariously, by watching something happening on the screen. So I've been practicing lately watching movies and not having any of these reactions to them, but just watching, witnessing. Some stories in movies get me started, right? Like some romance things, because I have this thing in my innate makeup about attraction to men. So a good romance could get me started if it was really a good one, and if it's somebody that I like. Like when I was young, I used to like Harrison Ford a lot. Oh, I thought he was so cool. You know, after a couple years, I didn't think he was so cool, but other people could get me started on the romance trail. Robert Redford, you know, some of the actors that were very masculine, good looking, you know, manly. That's got me started. So, but now when I watch these movies with these kinds of actors, I'm not getting the same reaction, not nearly as much. And that's interesting. But today, I was purposely watching the movie as a duty. Like, okay, this is my job. I'm doing this as a job. So I saw it from a different angle. And what I saw was that the director or the writer put a bad guy and a good guy in the front seat of a car, and then recorded their conversations. And a lot of things that they were talking about were kind of banal. They were fighting a lot with each other because they both had loved the same woman who had actually killed herself because of something that happened in the relationship with the three of them. So I said there were murders in this movie, right? So what they show is the policeman and the Yakuza killing people. Okay? And on the way home on my bicycle, I thought, well, that's really interesting because what we've got here is good and bad, right? A symbol for good and bad. And then I thought, you know, this is really interesting because right now in Earth consciousness, what we need to overcome is good and bad. That duality of good and evil. So it's kind of interesting that this young Japanese director decided to put good and evil together and then mix it up so that you can't tell the difference between either of them. So that the good guy turns out to be the bad guy and the bad guy turns out to be the good guy. And that's basically the way I'm seeing things. This is what we've got in Earth consciousness. And that is that good is not necessarily good, evil is not necessarily evil. What we really need to do is transcend both of them, get past both of them. So that was one thing that was really interesting about that for that movie for me in that moment. It's like, oh, okay. So this is what we've got in the collective right now, is we're transcending both good and evil. Now it is not any longer about, you know, these are the good guys over here, you know, cowboys and Indians, you know, these are the bad guys over here. So, you know, I mean, just now I was watching TV, and that was also really interesting to see something on TV that's like, okay, I've never watched TV like religiously like most people do in this country. It's a religion, you have to admit it. Okay, so hold that thought.